Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Whole Ass Show. Left cheek, aka Dustin.
Right cheek, AK Kevin. In case you guys don't know or don't remember us,
You know what?
we are who we are.
I got something to add on to that. Did you know that an average of 73% of our viewers are not subscribed?
That's a big number.
73%. So, with that being said, even if you don't subscribe and you just keep coming back, hey, we appreciate the living Hello Kitty out of you.
Yep, we still do.
But if you think about it, it's
If you keep coming
right
back, if you think about it, if you keep coming back, you might as well just subscribe.
It's right there.
Yeah, just hit that button. you know?
Also, something to throw out. I don't know if some of you guys have heard. There's a hype icon or a button somewhere over in this area. You might have to scroll to the left like this.
Yeah, you might have to hit the little three dots to
That
enter the extra menu.
iPhone, you can scroll. If you guys could ever please do us a favor and hype the video up, because it doesn't just extend our video's reach, but it also extends to bring in more REN fans, the Renegades, and also bring in some more of the Burbs. I don't know if that's what Webby's fans are calling them, the Websters, whichever. We're the whole Assassins,
The Websters.
or the whole Assassins. There we go. That's what our fan base is, the whole Assassins. We're coming at you. Yes, we're laughing at ourselves. We know you guys will be laughing too. We understand.
Man.
I mean, thank you. Calm down, please. Go ahead and hit that hype button. We're here to bring it, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? You know what he just informed me of? What the meaning of the next track we're reacting to is? What is this?
Neurodivergent.
Yeah, my smart ass has never heard that word before. Never. I've never heard no one use it.
Yeah. It's
It's from my neck of the woods. That's why.
well, I mean, this is REN Webby's Neurodivergent. I mean, it's just like, I guess the best way of describing people with like varying forms of autism and stuff.
Now, is it multiple forms of autism, or is it also like neurological disorders?
Well,
You know what? I could ask my phone.
yeah, I mean, it can be. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the true definition, obviously, because I don't have anyone close to me with, being neurodivergent or anything. But,
Wow. Okay. Neurodivergent is a non-medical term describing people whose brains function, learn, and process information
differently, yeah.
such as ADHD, dyslexia, autism.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, there are multiple forms of autism also within that.
So that explains why I didn't recognize the word, because I've always heard neurotypical. I've never heard of neurodivergent.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
So common examples of neurodivergence: autism, attention deficient disorder. We know that dyslexia, dyspraxia, which is coordination. I don't know how to say this word. Dyscalculia, math learning abilities, and Tourette syndrome. I don't like that word Tourette syndrome, because some people say I have it with the way I just blurt shit out.
Yeah. No, you don't have Tourette's.
I
You would know if you had Tourette's.
know, because a lot of people, like some people just said that.
A lot
other
of
people was like, no, you're just blunt and you don't think before you speak.
Yeah, you just kind of blurt stuff out, because I do that too. Like once I see my opportunity, like if I'm in conversation with someone and I see an opportunity to blurt something, boom, I'm there. It's out.
Yeah.
But no. With Tourette's, it's something more uncontrollable. It's more uncontrollable than that, and it's more of
A good friend of mine when I was younger had Tourette's, and she was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's like it all. Some of them can also come with tics.
Yeah.
They can also come along with just movement, like tick movements and stuff. So there's different forms of that too. But
Yeah. We were in Best Buy one time, and she goes, "Ah." I was like, "Are you good? Calm down." She's like, "I'm good. I'm good. Oh, I'm good." I was like, "Why'd you just say it like that?"
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Eat my ass with a squirrel." I was like, "Come on, bruh."
Yeah.
It's like 9 people behind us. She started
Nah,
laughing.
but it's one of those where you just can't control it, and sometimes it goes on for a long stream, or sometimes it could be also a new word that you hear.
And it just constantly gets repeated.
Yeah. It just clicks in your brain that's something that you like. It's a like a chosen word that your brain's like, oh, I've never heard this word before. I'm going to use this constantly.
I wonder if anybody with threats has actually seen our channel and just said the whole last, like just in between the comment. That would that would be awesome if that ever happened.
Wow.
Look, it's not making fun of you know that. We enjoy people.
Yeah.
So
Let's enjoy some REN Webby.
Neurodivergence. I'm curious if this is going to be a sad one.
I hope not, but we'll see.
And by the way, guys, we're not poking fun at nobody.
Yeah.
Stay calm, boy. My thoughts are burning like the napalm. I think I need to get away from this noise. I hate the places that I came from. Destroy and burn a message from the preacher. Subliminal out the speaker. I never paid attention either. There's something strange about my demeanor. Don't feel pity for this sick boy. I've been sitting pretty with prescriptions, flipping stimulants and edibles. It's medicine, cerebellum, repairable, tweaking the biochemical, peaking. I'm feeling incredible. But wait a second, need dopamine. My focus goes towards smoke machine. Precursor birds from L-tyrosine. And my racetrack doors very psychedelic. Deciphering maybes, I might have been spiraling. Fibonacci, Vicodin, the piloting, Kawasaki, ninja thing. I've been to
I can relate to that 100%.
What, the spider escaping?
Oh, just every bit of what he just said, because like me and you can be having a conversation and like immediately, like I know what we're talking about, but my brain is going like this way, that way, this way. And I guess my doctor even said that she thinks I have high functioning
ADHD?
She says that, but she says she doesn't think so because I'm able to stay on task and complete what I'm doing. But she says I have extremely high functioning anxiety disorder. Like, in other words, I can't function without the stress.
Yeah.
Because she had me talk to somebody and I was willing to do it because I literally, I can't just sit in a chair and relax because my brain is like, Dustin, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. You should be doing this. Why aren't you doing this? Why did you do that? Why didn't you do this? I can't maintain a straightforward thought in my brain.
I can't either. Like, I hate the stress, but I work better under stress.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's like, damn, I really need to relax. But then I sit down, I'm like.
But yeah, when you finally relax, you can't relax.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking about what's next.
But when he said deciphering maybes and might have beens, and then all of a sudden he switches to Kawasaki ninjas.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Babies, I might have been spiraling, Fibonacci, Vicodin, the piloting, Kawasaki, ninja thing. I've been to begin, and I go, off square status quo, car twisted, the roll, top lip split, explode, misfit, don't fit. Whoa, what makes a person? Whoa, neurodivergent. Whoa, sick for certain. Whoa,
neurodivergent.
They told me I was broken, nothing but a defect in my head. Said that I was hopeless, just a fucking reject hanging on by a thread. But after all the pills that they got me, it turned me to a zombie. So welcome to the dawn of the dead. In the handicap spot, just to see that doctor. And this is what he said. Yeah, he said I got it.
So that's the thing, right? So with like any form of like, like neurodivergence and stuff like that, whether it's autism or like ADHD, like now back then,
pile on the medicine.
Right. Now they started piling on the medicine, especially like on the kids, right? I used to have, I still do. I had a little cousin, right? And when he was little, he was like around 5 or 6, right? And they prescribed him. He's like in his 20s now. And when he was like 5 or 6, they had prescribed him some medication because they said he had ADD.
I think we're about to go the same way I was about to say.
I mean, he was off the wall. He was a handful, all right? But you also have to understand that it's also a kid being a kid, right?
That part.
It's also a kid being a kid. Some kids are more high functioning than others. Was he ADD? Yes. It's just the way that the treatments that were recommended were more of like what Webby said, zombie like. Welcome to the Walking Dead, right? The medication that they gave him was just like a zombie, like just zoned out. Like it was way worse to see him just
Yeah. I know what you're
than
saying.
it was to like just have him just rampaging everywhere. It was, to me, it was more awkward by just him being like just zonked out
Yeah.
than it was to like him just running around, playing with his toys or, just running around. I mean, especially when it comes to kids, like when you're an adult and you do have, ADHD or ADD, when you're older, I can understand getting medication only so that you can function in society while you're out in society, so that you can stay on track and on task and, complete what you have to, finish, what you have to complete, and then go back about your business. Right.
Yeah.
But when you're having, 6-7-year-olds like pilled up, like that's a little bit extreme. Now some kids do need it,
But a lot of times I feel that a lot of parents are just too damn lazy to be parents.
that too.
Like,
Right.
I mean, there's a difference. Like, and I 100% agree with you 100%, like tenfold. A kid is a kid. Like, I've had someone say that one of my kids, you already know which one I'm talking about. Have you ever thought about having, why?
Yeah.
Why? Because you couldn't handle her if you were the parent?
Right.
Like, how about you shut up and parent your kids?
Right.
Oh, wait, you don't
what?
have any. So
Why?
but you want
Because-
to tell me how to parent
Why?
mine.
Because they seem like they're too much for you. Well,
Exactly.
they're not too much for me. It's fine.
And see, I had someone, you know who I'm talking about. They're about 7 foot tall, family member. Before they lived with my wife and I, they were being fed, like you said, and zombified. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like literally watch TV. Just,
Yeah.
and then now they wonder why after, like you said, when they first started doing ADD, ADHD stuff, but they started introducing, what was it? Ritalin.
Yeah.
And the dosages were so flipping high.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell are y'all doing?
Because they were experimenting on top of that. Now, when it comes to like autism and stuff like that, now back in the day,
Surprised they ain't made a medicine for that.
well, they couldn't, right? So they would try other methods. Back in the day, there just wasn't any study for any of that. Any type of neurological disorders.
Was it always a frontal lobotomy?
Well, I mean, it was shock therapy and stuff like that.
that
Like
too.
there just wasn't enough research and enough care into the research for
Or
it.
enough care for the research?
Right. So back then, everyone was classified as,
Yeah, we can't say that word.
right.
RTD.
Right. So, and it was one of those where, no, you're just not,
Normal.
well, I mean, not normal, but it's just, you're not investing the proper time to figure out what is going on with them.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about like what they would say about the person.
No. Like, obviously, I mean, yeah, they would call them like they're not normal or anything, but nowadays, everyone knows what's what.
Yeah, to an extent. But I mean,
to an extent, yeah, that's true. But there's also times where people get,
misdiagnosed.
there you go. People get misdiagnosed all the time because there are some that are an easier route to deal with than others. Like, it's easier for someone to say, "Oh, you have ADHD. There you go. Here's some medication." Where you just probably have anxiety.
And see, it's just like you're saying. Like, remember me and you've had this conversation, like where I was going back from my doctor. And the doctor's like, "Oh, you should try this or you should try this." No, how about we actually do a damn test?
Yeah, don't just randomly try. And
Well, I
to
did.
Well, I mean, to be honest, that's kind of what happened with REN, right? All the medications that they were giving him were wrong.
Yeah.
So they were like, here, try this, try this, try this, try that, try this, try that. Like, over and over again, and it was just making it so much worse.
Yeah, and like for me, it really did. Like, I mean, in all honesty, like we've already said, like she finally come out. She said, "You just, I really think you have high functioning, like a anxiety disorder. Like you can't function without it." So in order for her to help me, and even though I didn't want the help, I was just, my wife said, "Babe, could you just, ask?" And then she started feeding me these medications. I did start taking them, and then like whenever I would miss one, I would feel like I was geeked out. Like my nervous system was up here, my body's down here. I would feel like I was floating. I had to wean myself off of it. So then she puts me on something else. Then I started having 3 or 4 or 5 nosebleeds a day, like 5 and 10 minutes. Like there's more times I'd be getting ready for work. I'd be using the bathroom, and then my wife would look at me. She's like, "Babe, babe, babe." I'm like, "What?" And then it would just start pouring out of my face. And then I had to wean myself off of that. And that's when I finally talked to her and said, "Hey, is there any way I can get tested for something that's compatible with me?" And she's like, "Oh yeah." Well, so I was like, "Why didn't you say that before?" And then I go see the person. You know what they said?
Because it's easier.
You know what they said? "Dustin, you don't need anything.
Right.
You don't have an issue.
Right.
You lack the ability to empathize with people that just say or do stupid things. You're an adult."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Well, so I don't need nothing."
Yeah. So yeah, because a lot of the times it's just easier to just eat these pills.
Yeah. And then my
it's a
therapist
lot
says,
easier.
"You don't need nothing."
And that's what's happened. That's what's been happening, to be honest. People just they get misdiagnosed, and they get diagnosed with like the quickest
Easiest.
route. Yeah, the easiest route. They take the easy route because it's just less paperwork that way.
And don't doctors get a kickback from if they prescribe enough of something?
Yeah.
I swear that's the
Yeah,
truth.
They do.
I'm sorry for getting off, like rambling.
They do. Yeah, I know.
But it's just like this really hit a certain subject for me because like I suffered from that shit for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And nobody could tell me, "Oh, you just had bad sinus problems." I'm like, "No shit. It's been my whole life." But yeah, I really that frustrates me, the misdiagnosis and the mismedication prescriptions.
Like I said, there's some people that can function being, neurodivergent. They're perfectly fine. There's some, autistic people that are completely fine. Like,
Yeah.
they function normal, and then like you don't know until they tell you. Oh, okay, now I get why. All right, you kind of notice some stuff here and there, and then like they'll go, "Oh no, that's because I have this." Oh, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I'm glad I have a name for it now. But
And you know what?
to be honest, like you didn't act any like too different from anybody else. But okay,
Yeah, and see, like the medication, like he said, zombie mode.
yeah,
That shit made me just like this. Like I literally didn't care if you were my wife, you would be fussing and raging at me, and I'd just be like, "All right, okay, you done? All right." And then I was too numb. And what was crazy and what changed my mind on therapist is when she said, like, I don't think, like, you're fine. You're just you're too blunt with things sometimes. She's like, and honestly, I don't think that you really need to have a therapist. And I was like, holy shit, a therapist said that she doesn't think I need a therapist.
You know what I call myself?
An asshole.
Besides that, I'm Red Foreman.
Oh my God. You know how many times I've been called that because I call people dumbass?
I'm Red Foreman from that 70s show because I just don't have the patience. And that's the thing. I don't have the patience.
But see, you need to clarify that for the people that are watching because I don't have the patience neither, but we have the patience for someone that's willing to listen.
Yes.
And it's not because we think we're right, but if you question us on something that you're obviously wrong about,
Yeah.
then clearly you know I'm right.
Yeah.
So why come to me?
Yeah.
Dumbass.
All right. We rambled on.
Look, I apologize full advance, but I've seen so many of you guys say that you're completely okay with us talking. And I mean, that's what we do. I mean, the music hits us in a certain way. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. But now I'm going to shut up. And I don't have a touch of autism, but I have a touch of like sometimes staying on track. I'm going to admit that.
Just to see that doctor, and this is what he said. Yeah, he said, I got a touch of autism. Piece of my puzzle is missing, while the attention deficit disorder tunnels my vision. But see, this world's an asylum and shit, we all in the system. In our sanity's the mother.
Go ahead.
That's what my therapist said. She said that she doesn't think I had an issue. She said I just get tunnel vision. And she's like, that does not mean you need a medication. And we did the blood test, by the way. The medication she had me on were not compatible with my genetic makeup. Hence the nosebleeds are just your sinus problems. Shut up. You just want to make some damn money. I'm sorry.
But see, this world's an asylum and shit, we all in the system. And our sanity's the motherfucking cost of admission. You see that glitch in the algorithm, that's me. Don't fit in the crowd, I lift a boundary. Going sick, let it out and flip. They found me with the misfits round, so bitch, allow me to show 'em what I came to do. Shut the blinds and keep the noise down, cause it's about time to let them all into a madman's mind. Not well, but hell, I feel fine. Go, whoa,
That's what I said.
off script state. This quo, got twisted. He whoa, top lip split. Whoa, misfit, don't fit. Whoa, what makes a person? Whoa, neurodivergent. Whoa, sick for certain. Whoa, neurodivergent.
He's about to be mad talented.
Yep.
Hashtag Napoleon Dynamite.
Whoa, sick entirely. Whoa, shrinks in psychiatry. Whoa,
That's me.
don't mind my anxiety. Whoa, or my
There goes Kevin taking
non-sobriety.
up the slip.
Lining up to lie to me. Whoa, speak too much, they try to silence me. Whoa, just a product of society. Whoa, that's fine with me.
That's fine with me. Some things about it. Look, I'm
So-
gonna say, I'm not gonna cut you off, but I'm gonna say, because of how I feel, that's a strong contender for number one for me.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Because when my therapist, who gets paid to talk to people, tells me, hey, I don't think we need to talk anymore. You're okay. You don't need to take the medication. I'm like, how much money are you make an hour? And you're telling me that? Like, bro, that changed my whole outlook on therapists. And I know not all of them are like that. I know that. But for her to openly tell me and call me 3 months later is, hey, do you think we should talk again? I'm like, do you want to talk again? And you know what she literally said to me? I told my wife about it. I was like, she literally says she wants to continue talking because she would like to figure out how my mind works. Because comparing to what I've been through as a kid into my teenage years, she's like, I wish a lot of my patients could look at things the way you do. I'm like, well, lady, you can't walk forward looking back. You can't.
Yeah.
Like, she 100% said that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I have respect for your fucking profession now. And I haven't been back since. But she did say, if you ever need to talk again, call and make an appointment. And that changed my whole outlook on like the therapy stuff. Like, it literally made me feel so much better for someone, like, and it almost, not going to say, yeah, I'm going to say it. It almost makes me a kind of emotional because growing up, I always felt like there was something wrong with me because of my outlook on a lot of stuff. And to finally find out, like, to hear somebody say, dude, Dustin, there's nothing wrong. Like, you're literally just being a human. Yeah. But you're being a human about it a completely different way than a lot of people are capable of.
Yeah.
And because there's a lot of stuff that I've been through growing up that I've just never told anybody. And like, I came home and I talked to my wife and I told her about it. And like, there was somebody else involved in my life and they heard some of what I was talking about. I was like, why didn't you ever say anything? I was like, what would it have done?
Right.
I can't stop. I got to keep moving forward. Yeah. And that for the first time in my life, and I think that's really what really helped me the most mentally, was actually having an honest person. The craziest part about it is my therapist was like 7 years younger than me. And to literally tell me, like, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, your whole profession is studying problems with people.
Right.
And like, bro, I mean, I'm rambling. I'm not really rambling at this point. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
But like, to have someone actually tell me where they get paid to hear someone bitch and moan about their problems.
Yeah.
And just tell me, like, you're okay. Like, that literally, like, that was like a slap in the face, because like all my life people say, oh, you're just you're a fucked up individual. Like, the way you look at things is fucked up. Like, what?
Yeah, no, you just have to move on.
I apologize.
You got to keep moving. Unfortunately, you got to keep moving. You know what I mean?
Like, that almost kind of fucking makes me feel a little emotional trying to say that out loud.
Yeah,
but like, that was nice.
Mm.
That was nice. Like, everybody else in my whole life, like, you're an asshole. Welcome to the whole ass show.
All right.
This is where we are now.
Well, I mean, that's, to be honest, like, that's what I do. I just move on.
Yeah, and I think that's why we click.
Yeah, I got to keep moving. So, yeah, I mean, I see the messed up things in everything. You know, I see the messed up things in everything that just kind of help me just push past it, you know? So I just don't, I don't dwell on much. Obviously, because things just keep coming my way.
Yeah.
Things just keep coming my way, so I can't dwell too much.
We just got to put a bigger trailer on the
Yeah,
back.
so yeah, I just got to keep moving. You know, whenever I can take care of it, I'll just reach in the back and just go, okay, let me fix this real quick, and then just move on, and you just keep going. But
yeah, and before anybody tries to pass any kind of judgment about what I've been through, you don't have a clue.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have a clue what's made me who I am today.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna say thank you. Thank you to the fans of our channel. Thank you to the fans of REN and Webby. Thank you for our continued followers. I like to consider you guys fans. But
I like this one. I really like this one, especially when Webby said that when he's like what he's basically saying is like, oh, what are they going to diagnose us with now?
Oh, or were they going to feed us?
Right. And like I said, a lot of the times they just want to feed you pills. They'll come up with something new, and then they'll tell you, oh, hey, you need this medication for this. When the guy that played the guitar came up,
What's the first thing I said?
what?
He's about to be the best of the show.
Right. When the guy with the guitar came up, you know, it kind of reminded me a little bit of my kid, though, because I
didn't want to say that.
I joke with them a little bit, you know, with my wife and all that. Like, I was like, man, I think he's got a little bit of the tisms, you know. But no, here's the thing. Here's why. Because he's really good at that one thing. A lot of the times, like, you know, people with like autism and stuff, like they're good at just that one specific thing.
So people say that because I'm good at fixing stuff.
Right. So he's really good at instruments.
Yeah.
And just the math in music, it's him. People relationships, not so much. Like, he would rather be with his instruments than with people. And I get it, you know, nowadays people suck. So
a lot of the times
I would like to be, you know, without people too, but
you know what?
It is what it is, right? But no, like the way he just focuses and picks an instrument and just picks it up and just learns it himself. Like,
yeah,
sometimes within hours, sometimes it'll take him days, but he's got it down.
But can you really say, because I hear it a lot about, especially my oldest, we're responsible.
Yeah.
For the way that they have kind of became.
That is true.
Because I've heard multiple times, you know what, your oldest son, because they don't know my other two, your oldest son is y'all are too much alike. Like, whenever I ask him how many friends he has, he says he can count on one hand.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, I can't help that I've trained my kid. Well, I'm not going to say trained. I've raised my kids to be able to identify the fake ones and keep their distance to realize the real ones.
Yeah, that is true. Like, my kid is the same way. Like, he's got a limited amount of friends, but it's just the way that he handles like the music side, and like he can hear one song and he'll instantly tell you what other songs are made with the same
Riff or
beat.
808s.
Yeah, the same beat, the same frequencies, like just everything. Like he'll just like within like just seconds of hearing it, oh, this song is like this one, and this one.
Yep.
Oh, it's exactly like this one. Oh, I can put this song on top of this one and it'll match perfectly. Like it just, and I'm like, how do you even like, where do you even remember that from? Like I listen to music and I listen to music all of the time,
Yeah.
but it's just, he just remembers everything about everything.
I
know
mean,
what I
that's
mean?
a gift.
It is. I mean, but
It's a
You know, I'm
curse,
like-
but it's a gift.
like every once in a while, I'm like, he's got the tisms. I was like, you know what?
He's got
That's-
the
And then I'll go, I'm like, you know what? That's awesome.
he's got the tonisms.
Yeah, I'm like, that's awesome. I'm like, if he's got it or not, it is what it is. I'm like, he's still our kid. It's awesome. Just keep playing your music, like just keep making your music, just keep following that dream. Like, what else can you do but support him, help when you can. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Never had to seek any type of medication for him because we didn't see anything wrong with him.
He's fine.
Yeah, exactly. And
He's
a lot of
completely fine.
and a lot of the times, like the parents that actually are parents, they'll never really seek any type of medication for their kids because they know how to handle it and they can do it.
Yeah.
It's the ones that are like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with this kid. And like 5 minutes in of having a kid, they're like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with this kid. And just go, here, feed him something.
Yeah. And they don't give a damn about what it might cause genetically.
Right. Right. In the long run, especially like being so young, like you don't know how much those chemicals are going to alter their brain much more once they get older,
Yeah.
as they're getting older. Like
Yep.
you're replacing, like you're literally, filling in some gaps with a chemical that'll bridge into something else. Like you don't know that.
And not only that, but whenever the doctors don't know the individual as good as the parents do.
No.
But then you got the stupid ass parents. And yes, I'm
That
going to say
don't know-
stupid ass parents.
that don't know their own kids either.
Yeah. Well, why isn't he just like me?
Right.
Or why ain't you like me, boy? Like, shut the hell up.
Right.
Everybody's going to be different.
Right. Even if they came from you. So
Yeah. Well, guys,
we went
I'm
on
going to
long on
call
this one.
myself on this one because
Yeah.
I think I spurred it. But look,
It was
we
a good
appreciate
song.
everything.
That was a really good song.
And if to all the ones who made it in the end, you're the real ones.
Yep.
Y'all asked for it. And we gave it without hearing to ask for it.
Yeah.
Maybe we've got the tisms.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hype it.
Please hype it.
Please, please.
Y'all
See
have
y'all
a good
next
one.
time.